Good morning, guys. We're going to take a look at playing Do, Re, Mi with a left-hand accompaniment. So Do, Re, Mi has those secondary dominants in it. The easiest way to play a secondary dominant or a dominant chord, a 5/7 chord, is just to use the root and the seventh. So for the G7 chord, I could do G and F. It's always a whole step below the roots if you're using that interval inversion. So if I wanted to do a C7 chord, C whole step below is B flat. If I wanted to do a D7 chord, D whole step below is C. Okay. So that's the most simplified version. The other thing you can include, the chord of resolution is always going to be in this pattern in root position. So you'll notice here, for example, I have a root position F major chord. F's dominant is C, so C7 there. So I could play just these first two fingers. Or I could include the pinky if I just stretch it over. This is my T to Do. T, Do, T, Do. Or you can leave that finger out. Okay, so in Do, Re, Mi, we have a string of secondary dominants. So you could play it in a couple of ways. So starting with the C7 chord, going to F, I'm just at first going to use this whole step, and you can feel it in these two fingers, moving to the root position chord. So a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink with jam and bread. So that's the simplest way to do it. You could also, again, include that pinky. So a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to Do. And you can see for those ones, the C7 and G7 chord in this case, I did a little jump. So here was bread. To go to my C7 chord, I'm just following that thumb. I'm going to move that to my root. So there's my C7 chord. That will bring us back is G7. So I'm going to take that thumb and jump it down to G. Back to Do. Okay, so you can use this pattern in block chords while you're playing the accompaniment. So I'm going to play this melody an octave higher in my right hand just so I have some room to work. Here's an example. So there's an example using just that whole step. Now, if you wanted to, again, you can include that pinky. I'll play it one more time with that pinky. And then notice, too, you're just sliding up. The hand is keeping the same shape, but when you get to the chain of secondary dominant chords, it's just sliding up. So there's an example of how you can do that with the left hand.